Cruisin mix on the PS4. This is the remake of the Sega Saturn shooter. And a lot of people got this game in Japanese from PlayAsia. They don't know what any of the settings do. They don't really know, how to shoot off a bomb or what the different characters do. And so this is just going to be a quick tutorial for how to navigate the menus. So the first menu here, we have a classic mode, arcade mode, data mode, DLC check, and options. So if we just go into the classic mode, what's going to happen is we're going to play the game as the original Sega Saturn version intended. It's going to be pretty zoomed in, and that's all I'm going to say about that. It's like more zoomed in than the arcade mode. Those are the two big differences. Otherwise, the things inside classic and arcade mode are just about the same. Data mode gives you information about different games that were released by, I think it was Jaleco, or the original creators of this game. Basically, they give you artwork and different things like that. And DLC check is obviously DLC, and options is so you can see the options. If we go into options here, we have screen, the sound configurations, the sound volume, and screen is basically if you're gonna stretch vertical or dot by dot. I really recommend stretching vertical because dot by dot leaves you with a smaller play area. Just to let you know, zero, the O button is enter in Japanese games, and the X button is cancel or back. So it's different than American games. We're just gonna go into classic mode really quick. I'm just gonna explain what the different menus are. Alright, I'm gonna press start. Press any button. Alright, so this first menu, the first option here is the actual game, but we're not going to go into the game yet. The second option, this is mode select for time. The right is time attack, the left is like regular. So if you go in, you get to choose a character, and there's actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're just going to choose the first guy. And this is basically like the story mode. You get to see the story and everything happening. I'm gonna press start so I can skip this. It's basically just a different mode of gameplay. So I'm just gonna go back. This mode of gameplay is pretty interesting because the bombs are on the left, the amount of lives you have are to the right. But I'm just gonna return. I'm gonna quit this game. So the first two options are to play the game. The first one is like just the arcade mode. The second one is like the story mode. The third one is the options mode. And so the first thing we have here is like background music, different kinds of sound tests. So the first option is sound test. The second option we have here is artwork. So as you play the game, you get different artwork. I played a little bit, so I've gotten that first artwork here. If you guys want to see it. This is one of the artworks I got while playing the game, right? And it's basically the first story. So it's like the visuals of the game. So you have a sound test, the visuals, and these are all in the options menu. The third one is the most important, because what this is the game options. And so by changing this, you can change the number of lives you have when you start off, the difficulty. This first option here is auto bomb. So when you get hit, you don't lose a life. You throw a bomb instead. You use a special. And if it's your first time playing this type of game, I recommend you turn it on. So automatically it's off. This is off. This is on. The characters are a little bit different, but there's only those two options, off and on. The last option, it makes the game harder. What happens is when you kill an enemy, they release a shot at you. They shoot at you, making the game harder. You have to dodge more. So just to give you an example, I'm going to put auto bomb on so that while I play the game, you can see how, first of all, how the bomb looks on one of these characters, and how the auto bomb works. Okay, so when you enter like a normal game, they ask if you want to play in regular or tate mode. Unless you're going to turn your television set 90 degrees, choose the first one. The second thing is, do you want to play a normal game or a time attack? For this tutorial, right now, I'm going to go into normal, but as I'm changing the settings, I'll show you what the time attack is like as well. Okay? And this is the first character I'm going to choose. There's actually 6 characters. The 6th one you cannot choose in this mode. You have to go to the second mode of the main menu if you want to play with the other, the 6th character, the UFO type character. Okay, so if you press 0, you have like a regular shot. You hold R1, it's an auto shot. So that's that. I got hit, so they released the bomb for me. I did not release that bomb. I'm going to release a bomb with the X button right now. That's the bomb. So, the option that I toggled is an auto bomb feature, where if you get hit, the bomb releases automatically. I just got hit again, and so the bomb released automatically. There's a few other things you could do here. With the L1, you could turn off the high score at the top of the screen. Again, pressing L1 toggles the high score. Also, with the right analog stick, if you push it down, you see on the bottom left-hand side of the screen the combo time. That's basically, that little graphic tells you the amount of time you could grab the eggplants. And basically, the eggplants give you more points. So the faster you grab them, the better off you are. If these big eggplants give you 48,050 points, and so how to trigger the big eggplants is to get these little eggplants all the way up to 10,000, and then to hit enemies, and they'll give you larger eggplants. And you also have, like, on the bottom left, the amount of eggplants you've gotten. Just a few quick things with this. With my current character, you see that his shot pattern is very straight, very direct. And yeah, so that's his shot pattern. Also, you can see now that I got the power up, his shot pattern has changed slightly. It's a bit more faster, it's a bit more stronger. Alright, so that's this setting, this auto bomb setting. So I'm just gonna quit this game, return to the menu, toggle the auto bomb off. So it's the third menu, and then the third menu again. Because the first one is sound test, the second one is visual test. I'm going to toggle this off and toggle the last setting on. This last setting makes the game harder because the enemies that you kill will release a bullet towards you. Again, I'm playing in regular mode. I'm not going to flip my screen into Tate mode. I'm going to play in classic mode again. And I'm going to choose the second enemy, the second fighter here, the second ship, so that you guys could see how the shots work, how it shoots. So you see that this guy has a bit more of a spread shot. You see these guys here? I didn't explain this the first time. They're your familiars. They shoot too. You see all these guys that I'm shooting? As soon as they die, they release a shot at me. That small shot that comes out from them, it makes the game harder. As I'm killing all these enemies, things are coming at me, basically. These shots are all coming at me. And it makes the game a bit more hectic, a bit more difficult, a bit more challenging. And so that's what this mode does. I didn't really explain this, but this is the bomb right here. That big thing that I just released, that was the bomb. I'll do it one more time right here so you guys can see. That's the bomb. It's pretty crazy for this character. You gotta be very careful that those shots from the enemies that you kill don't come after you. This one released a lot. Also, it's pretty good to know that the large eggplants usually release 48,050 points, but if it's for a larger enemy, they'll probably give you like 50 points. So with that, I'm gonna quit this game. I'm going to quit the game, and the first option is cancel. The second one, when you click quit, is to quit or confirm. Again, pressing 0 to choose through the menus. I'm going to toggle both of the things off. I'm going back to the main menu, and I'm actually going to go into the time attack mode so that you can see how that looks like. So, regular mode, time attack. So the first mode is like you're going through stages, you're beating up enemies. I'm choosing the third character, the mech character, and if I recall correctly, he has a bit of a homing assigned to his shot. So they automatically, right off the bat, give you power-ups. And I died. Okay. And you see on top how you have a timer. Basically, the whole point is to get as many points to kill the big bosses as fast as you can. 48,000 points right there. To kill the big bosses as fast as you can, to rack up your points. You really have no unlimited lives. There's no reason to increase your life if you're gonna play this time attack mode. There might be reasons to increase the amount of bombs you use, but these Lego pieces are a bit annoying. And I'm just doing this for tutorial purposes to show you guys the different modes of gameplay that there are here. Anything else? No. Oh yeah, pressing R1 also continues to toggle, sorry, the R3, the right analog stick in, toggles the location of where the eggplant counter is. And so, you know, you can put it on the bottom left, the top right, bottom right, off, or top left. Basically, that's it. So this is like a boss from the first stage. I only have 90 seconds here left, but I'm not really going to go into it that much. I'm going to quit the game. I just wanted to show you guys how this looks, how the time attack works. We're going to go into the second mode of gameplay here. And again, you have time attack, and there's two different stages for the time attack. And then you have the regular on the left, the regular mode of gameplay. I'm going to choose the pig. The pig is a bit annoying to play with. He throws bombs, and when I say bombs, I mean that's his normal shot. You see his shot is this little bomb thing. And so he makes weird noises when he kills enemies. I don't know, I don't really like to play with him that much. The L1 still toggles the high score feature on top. I'm going to show you how his bomb looks. That's it. That's the bomb. It's like a stink bomb, it looks like. Bombs should be used for harder enemies, like that, basically. I really don't like him as much as the mech character, or the first three characters, the spread shot, the straight shot, and the mech that has homing shot. But yeah, I just wanted, for completeness of this, to show you how he looks like. I'm gonna quit this game really quick, go back into the menu, and show you how the last character looks like. And I guess I'll show you with Time Attack Stage 2. Sorry, there's two more characters. There's the girl, and then there's the UFO. So let's choose the girl. And then after I show you with the last character, what I'm actually going to do is go into arcade mode and show you how that looks like. So this is basically how the second time attack mode looks if I don't die. I'm not like playing for points or anything now. I'm not really concentrating. I'm just trying to show you guys everything in the game, everything that this game has to offer, and you know, just a bit of translation for the menus if you're trying to get into it. Always just holding down R1 while I'm playing. I'm not really focusing on individual fire shots. But yeah, so that's how she plays. I haven't even showed you guys the bomb. That's a shame. This is her bomb. It's like this star thing, and then she pops out. So I'm gonna try to do it right now. See? She killed all those enemies. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go back, and so what we've been playing at, I'm gonna return to the top menu now. I'm not gonna quit the game to return to the regular menu. What we've been playing is the classic mode for the Sega Saturn. If you go to the arcade mode, all the settings are exactly the same. So if you go to game settings all the way at the bottom, you have here the number of lives, the difficulty, which I'm going to put very easy. Auto bomb I'm going to turn on. I'm going to leave the shot that comes out from a destroyed enemy off. The voice type, you can choose classic or arcade. The background music, classic or arcade. And then, you know, just default settings. And then, so this is default settings, and then this is confirm. So you can choose actually which stage you would like to play. I would say go with all stages, and normal mode or time attack mode. It's basically the same thing. Pressing R1 and L1 changes the character. I haven't showed you guys how this UFO plays, so we're gonna play with the UFO. And you can see it's a bit more zoomed out. You can see things. It's not as zoomed in. It's more vertical than anything else. One cool thing to note is that you have these two little ships right here, right where her cursor is. and they will go and shoot enemies for you. Their shots are extremely powerful, and your shot doesn't go all the way up the screen when you choose the UFO. It just goes up to that cursor, but it is very powerful. It's actually, I think this is one of the more powerful characters in the game compared to how the other characters play. But the disadvantage is that your shots don't go everywhere. Your little characters take a while to get to the enemies. You know, the ones that go and home in on the enemy's location. And so those are just things to take into consideration if you're going to play with the UFO. Now this character usually releases a big eggplant. You want to shoot it, because individually that large eggplant that comes out from that enemy character only gives you 50 points, and after you shoot it, it gives you 48,000. Sorry, it gives you little eggplants, which can get you a combo to go all the way up to 48,050 points. I'm doing actually pretty good. I prefer to play in this mode, in this arcade mode, because it's a bit easier to dodge the bullets, to be honest. There's a lot more space to play in. You're not confined. And, oh, I forgot to show you how the bombs look with this character. Well, we're almost up to the boss, so I'll release a bomb when I get to the boss. I haven't been hit yet. You see, so I usually play in this mode. It is a lot less space on your screen. If you're playing in Tate mode, that's not a problem, because you turn your screen 90 degrees and you get to play full screen that way. But if you're playing in this mode and you have a full screen TV, it'll be really cool. See, that's the bomb. I used up all my bombs now. It was just like the two things that popped up. That is the bomb. So yeah. So yeah, the arcade mode is basically nearly exactly the same. And yeah. There's a brightness, if you see here. L1 and R1, this is for the background. You make it very bright, not so bright. If you find the background distracting, just make it black, and you can play with the screen like that. So if you hold down L1 and R2, and this control has a bit of a problem with the R2 button not working always, so I'm going to switch controllers real quick to show you that. 1 second. I'm still here though, don't worry. If you press L1 and L2 and R2, I don't believe I have anything for that. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm still here, don't worry about it. Just trying to get to game. L2 and R2, you could actually change the background. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to show you this. This one's a really cute background. And you can only do this when the game is paused. I don't believe you can do this when you're playing. Let's see, if I restart. Yeah, if I restart and press L1 and R1 and press left and right, it just controls the character on the screen. It doesn't really do much. So I'm just going to toggle really quick through the different borders. You have the original border, you have this old school, looks like an Atari border, something that looks like it came out of a Super Nintendo game. Again, maybe an early Nintendo game. Again, they look like different old school video games, basically. Except for this one, which looks like anime girls, which are kind of cute. These are the characters from this game. And again, these are the characters from this game. This is the default. So, hopefully that tutorial was helpful to anybody. Sorry at the end, my controller got a little wonky. I couldn't press R2 to show you the different toggles for the background. Again, if the backgrounds are distracting to you, just press L1, R1, hold them down and press left. And that should help. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Ciao.